Welcome to Justice Talks. I'm Martinez, and with me is my co host Santos. Today, we are joined by eight lovely people: Tandayo, Ponce, Torres, Navarrete, Hini, Belgica, Malaboca, and Galera.
Hello everyone! Today, we're diving into one of the most controversial debates in history, the death penalty.
Some argue it's necessary for justice, while others say it's cruel and unfair. It's a debate that affects laws, politics, and even human rights.
Since many countries still use it and some leaders want to bring it back, we need to ask, does the death penalty really work? And is it really just? Let's start with the basics. What is the death penalty?
The death penalty, also called capital punishment, is when the government executes a person as punishment for serious crimes such as murder, terrorism, or drug related offenses.
There are many famous cases involving the death penalty. One example is Troy Davis, who was executed in the US. Despite doubts about his guilt, some believe he was innocent, but he was still put to death.
In contrast, people widely accepted the execution of Ted Bundy, a serial killer responsible for brutal murders of dozens of women. His execution in 1989 was seen by many as justice served.
What about in the Philippines?
The Philippines abolished the death penalty in 2006, but there have been discussion about bringing it back, especially for drug-related crimes. Some leaders argue that harsh punishment are needed to stop crime.
But does the death penalty actually deter crime? That's a big question we need to discuss.
We do some countries still have the death penalty.
Supporters believe it prevents crimes, gives justice to victims, and removes dangerous criminals from society.
Do we have any statistics on this?
According to studies, there is no clear evidence that the death penalty reduces crime more effectively than life imprisonment. In fact, countries without death penalty, like Canada and some European nations, often have lower crime rates than those with it.
Another issue is the fairness. The death penalty is often used against the poor and minorities. People with better lawyers are less likely to get executed, even they commit the same crimes.
The justice system isn't perfect. What if we execute the wrong person? Many innocent people have been sentenced to death due to false evidence or unfair trials.
There's also the moral question. If killing is wrong, should the government have the rights to take a life? Some religious and human rights groups say life is sacred even for criminals.
What do you all think? Should justice be based on punishment or rehabilitation?
If not the death penalty, what are the alternatives?
Some suggest life imprisonment without parole, which keeps criminals off the streets without risking wrongful executions.
Another option is better rehabilitation programs such some criminals change when given the right support like education and therapy.
But is rehabilitation always possible?
Not always, but we should at least try to fix the justice system first. Corrupt police and unreliable forensic evidence and biased trials all lead to wrongful convictions. Before bringing back to the death penalty, should we fix these issues first?
The media plays a huge role in shaping public opinion. Some cases become famous not because of facts but because of sensational news coverage.
Exactly. Sometimes people are pressured into harsh punishment just because of public outrage. That's why responsible journalism is so important.
If we only rely on emotions, we might punish innocent people. Justice should be based on facts, not anger.
Today, we explore the death penalty, what it is, its effects, and possible alternatives.
We heard arguments from both sides. Some believe it brings justice, while others think it's risky and unfair.
Before considering the death penalty, we must first fix the justice system to avoid mistakes.
Laws impact all of us, so it is important to have discussion like this.
What do you think? Should the death penalty return? Should we focus on alternatives instead?
Let us know your thoughts. Comment, share, and stay tuned for more important discussions here on Justice Talks.